Best Irish music on irishradio.org with Jerry Byrne.
Irish Radio, I'm Jerry Byrne. I'm speaking to the great and the good of music. Now, my next guest is a gentleman I spoke to him back a few months ago in the first lockdown that happened. One of the big names in music, in excess of 30 years at the top of his game, and still performing well up until lockdown, still recording, and I'm delighted to say hello to him in Ballinamuck in County Longford, the one and only Mick Flavin. Mick, how are you?
Hello, Jerry. How are you? Nice to talk to you again.
Indeed it is, Mick. Indeed it is. The last time we spoke was in the first part of lockdown and all the rest of it. And you've been a busy lad during the period of lockdown, recording a complete new album.
Yeah, I've got a new 18-track album out, Jerry, and just picked some songs there when there wasn't a whole lot going on really on the live scene, and so we came up with 18 songs, and I got a few originals in there as well. A couple of nice songs written by P.J. Murray, and a nice original there by Shuni Crampsey as well. So I went up to a guy that I started doing a bit of work with there last year, and him and I did a couple of different gigs together. We did quite a bit of the social dancing here in Ireland, and he's a man called Brian Kerrigan. So Brian has his own studio in Letterkenny, and I went up to Brian and spent a few days up there with him, and went back again just to do the finished program. So that's where I recorded in Brian Kerrigan's studio.
Right, I must say it's a top class quality. I must say, and the song, I know the single which was released. It was released back just a short time before the album, "Home in Longford," written by P.J. Murray. Going an absolute storm, it is.
Yeah, it's a great song, and it basically tells the story about when I was starting off in the business and setting out from Ballinamuck with an old suitcase, with a brown suitcase and an old guitar. And, I suppose really, like a lot of people that started off in the business, it's nice to go back where you started from, and it's always nice to remember where you started from, really, And it tells the story, really, about me starting out. And I was very lucky, really, to be honest, Jerry, in the business. I've had 33 great years, and been really lucky, and not just here in Ireland, but across in the UK, indeed England and London, especially in Birmingham, Manchester, right across Scotland, and have had great old times in London, especially around Galtimore and that.
Indeed, you were there many times, and one of the top draws there. You've got another song on there from P.J. Murray on that album as well, "The Wounded Pilgrim." And another
Wounded Pilgrim is a great song as well. It tells the story of it would relate to the problem that I had back the years when I was trying to kick the habit or trying to get off the booze, and it tells the story of a person in similar circumstances. So it's a really it's close to home song for me as well. So a very good writer, PJ, and he has written some great songs, especially for Daniel and O'Donnell and people like that, and he's recorded some great original material himself, like.
Indeed, he certainly has. Now, one interesting thing, Mick, about this album, I remember the very first album well. I remember playing it on radio back in the day, which was introducing Mick Flavin. That was an album released in 1986, and you've actually,
that's correct. Yeah,
you've re-recorded 3 of the classic tracks there was on that album. "Dream of Me," "Precious Jewel," and "Gone, Gone, Gone." They're featured on the new album.
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, well, I suppose when I took it out, to be honest, Jerry, it was only on cassette, and then I had it out about a year, and a company in England took it over called Prison Leisure, and they put it on vinyl, and they changed the name of it because the name I had on the cassette was called My Kind of Country in Irish. And then when they got the cassette, the master of it, put it on vinyl, and they changed the name. It was a great name, really, because I wouldn't have been known at all. Like, really, I would have been known a bit here in Ireland, all right, around the Midlands, where I played in the pub scene and that, but nobody in England would have known me or anything like that. So it was a great title, really, introducing Mick Flavin, and it did a lot of good for me in England, to be quite honest with you,
Indeed, it did, and it was an album that that certainly did a lot. But those particular songs were were classic tracks from back in time, and it's lovely to have them on this album. I must say again.
It is, yeah, it's nice because down through the years, there are fans of mine, that come along and they say, "Well, look, we got everything that you recorded except your very first songs, your first tape," and I said, "Well, look, maybe someday I'll maybe when I get back in the studio, I'll re-record them and put them on CD, and that's what I did, really,
Yeah, excellent stuff, and I must say, top quality recording and top quality production on it, and
it is. That's what I'm saying about Brian Kerrigan. He's a terrific guy. He's got a great ear for music, and he's got a really good studio there as well. It's called Harmony Studios. In Letterkenny, and I couldn't honestly. It's my first time ever to record with him, but I think he's excellent now. And he's if it was normal times, he would be getting a hell of a lot of work even from that album. But he's doing okay at the minute now. But everybody is suffering badly with this coronavirus or COVID-19, and I mean, it's just it has been a horrendous year really for people in the music business, and. I mean, it was last January, I think, was the last time I did a gig with the band on the I think it was about the 24th of January. Now, I was supposed to be over in the UK there in around London on that, in Birmingham, for St. Patrick's weekend, but sure, like, the whole thing was up in the hip then, and, it was really breaking bad at that time,
Indeed so. And, it has been, as you say, it's been an absolutely horrendous year, and I think for anybody in the performing arts, be it singing or acting on stage or involved in music, it doesn't matter what it is, everything has just been wiped out. Everything.
Oh yeah, it's terrible. Yeah, it's terrible, and it's not just our country or England or the UK. It's right across the whole world.
Indeed so. It's incredible to think, of all the people involved in. In the performing arts and hospitality sector, which have been impacted. It's huge, absolutely.
Oh yeah,
absolutely huge.
So the whole music business in Ireland. I mean, it was to the economy, it would have been worth about 2 or 3 billion in a year, and that's a phenomenal amount of money for a small little country, really.
It is indeed. It's absolutely huge. It's absolutely huge. Another track, by the way, we make on that album is you've got a duet with the Cavan singer Brendan German of Murder Music Row.
German, yeah.
Murder Music Row.
Murder on Music Row, yeah. It's a really good song. I think it was George Strait and Alan Jackson had the original of that, And it's a good song, and it came out really well too,
Indeed so. It sounds, I'll have to say it sounds great, and I'll have to say the two voices, your two voices fit very well in on it. Yeah,
because we never ever sang before, or we just, it seemed to just, they seemed to gel, like,
Indeed, excellent. So, Mick, how can people get the album?
Yeah, well, we're selling the album from my website. I've got a new website. It's www.mickflavin.co.uk. That's one way you can purchase it, and then for people who kind of maybe don't are not familiar with computers and that, like myself, I'm hopeless on a computer. You can actually just send on a check or a postal order here to me from this. It's just Mick Flavin Schoolyard Records from this country, Longford. And if you send a check or a postal order for €20, that'll cover post and packaging and all that stuff,
Great stuff. And I believe it's going a storm for you at the moment.
Yeah, it's selling extremely well, and I was just saying, just imagine if we were out doing gigs and stuff like that, it would have been, it's really it's been fantastic. Now I'm really over the moon about how well it's selling for me.
That's absolutely excellent, and well done in in the difficult circumstances it's been that you've actually been able to do the album and and get it out.
Yeah.
So, well done on that.
Yeah, because I suppose it'll cheer people up, and and it'll be a nice little stocking filler for the Christmas as well.
Indeed. So, Mick, listen, it's been lovely to catch up with you. Lovely to get the album, and listen, wishing you loads of success with it.
Thanks a million, Jerry, and I just want to say a million thanks to you, because it's a long, long time since you and I met below in Monaghan. It could be 34 or 5 years ago nearly, but you've been so good to me and all the Irish artists over there in London and all through the years, and I just want to say thanks a million, Jerry, and I want to wish you and your family a very happy Christmas, and indeed, hopefully, with the help of God, a better year in 2021. And the very same to all your listeners there as well, Jerry. I want to thank them all very much for all the support they have given me down through the years, and for buying CDs. And I want to wish them all a very happy and, of course, a very healthy new year as well.